What is up? Welcome to Infinite Man Health.
Oh, 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 that swinging is already making me feel unhealthy.
Healthy Mondays, that's the way to start the week. So, today I'm going to talk about this new crazy protocol I'm on.
Something crazy being looked at on my channel? Well, I never. What an astonishing turn of events.
Now, you've probably heard about detoxing before. The body needs to get rid of all the bad stuff.
You mean that thing it does all the time, regardless of the amount of nonsense you decide to do to yourself in pursuit of some abstract notion of health, that has nothing to do with being healthy and everything to do with bragging to your like-minded mates about how many silly or disgusting things you've done to yourself this week, or how many faddy bullshit health plans you've wasted money on, and yet all the while your body continues to get rid of the stuff that it doesn't want or need and keeps the stuff it does, and you could have been sat on the couch the whole time for all that it cared.
While taking in lots of good stuff. Really common sense.
From my observations, common sense for people like you seems to be more of a euphemism for I think the shit I like should be the normal, but isn't, even though I think it sounds good. If those evil doctors would just stop promoting actual healthy stuff. Bastards.
But most people don't live that way, right? Most people are eating lots of crap, stuff that we all know we shouldn't be eating.
Look, if you can find a tastier way to serve food than deep fried and covered in whipped cream, I'm all ears. But until then, I'm going to have to die in 3 years' time. I will die for my art. Them's the breaks.
Right, come on, let's be honest, guys. Donuts, chips, chocolate bars.
This mofo's reading off my grocery list.
Dark chocolate's an exception. People are eating really, really bad stuff. And even people that are healthy, generally speaking, don't do extensive detoxing, right?
What did I tell you? Well, you're healthy, I guess, but you haven't been eating raw grass at the park on your hands and knees like a cow for 2 months, so you're not, like, really healthy, yeah?
Now, there's so many ways to detox. There's fasting, there's normal fasting, there's a rise and shine fast. You can cut certain foods out, you can go on special diets.
So you can not eat, and that makes you healthier. It'll make you thinner. Thin isn't actually a synonym for healthy. Plenty of people eat almost nothing and go out of their way to remove food from their bodies. Usually they're considered to have eating disorders. We don't say some poor girl with bulimia is super healthy because she hasn't eaten in months. Quite the opposite, in fact. And unfortunately, fatty bullshit diets don't help them maintain healthy food habits.
There's colonics that actually pump water up in your colon and pull stuff out.
Like I said, your body already does a pretty good job of quote-unquote detoxing already, and all you're going to do by pumping 60 litres of water through your pooper is fuck up your gut flora and stop your body absorbing whatever food was already up there. And that's if it doesn't cause a crap ton, get it, of other digestive issues, because I don't know if you know this, our bodies aren't equipped to be inflated like water balloons to then have high-pressure water fired out of us to clear away supposed stuck-on crap.
There's enemas, you get stuff out of your pooper. That's beautiful, feels good, not in a sexual way.
It's weird that you felt the need to say that. Now I think it's definitely a sex thing for you, which is even grosser than before.
You can do salt water flushes, right? Where you just drink a bunch of salt and water in one hand and water in this hand, and you get it down, and you get it down quite fast within 20 minutes.
Salt water. Like seawater. That famously safe thing to drink when there isn't another water source.
Don't you know the poem? Water, water everywhere, so let's all have a drink.
Homer, no!
And you take a nice big juicy dump, and that gets everything out.
This is definitely a sex thing, isn't it, you bloody pervert? Yeesh.
It's beautiful.
Ugh.
So many things. So many things. But what I've learned from many sources...
Translation. What I've read on sketchy internet blogs that support my preconceived notions and are in no way supported by any sort of scientific methodology or even basic known healthy eating advice. Only insane theories and ramblings about how the only way to be fit this month is to pelt your feet with dead clams.
Including Josh Mason from The Infinite Man, is that if you have leaky gut and your gut is damaged...
Leaky gut? Is that an actual medical condition? I mean, I'm not sure that you could injure your bowels by, say, and I'm just taking this off the top of my head, sticking a pipe up your arse and blasting away with countless gallons of water?
It's very dangerous to do detoxing because even though you're whatever you're doing, if you're taking the nutrients, right, and if toxins also are releasing through your body, they're going to go back into your body because your gut is leaky, right? So it's going to pass through. So you're poisoning yourself.
Poisoning yourself? God, I don't know, man. Maybe you should try something a little safer like bleach or borax, or maybe the ultimate cure for literally everything, even dusty sideboards, the infamous coconut oil. Yes, I just wanted to show my old video, shut up and watch my old shit. Flat Earth.
Right? And even if you're taking in good stuff, well, it's not going to work because your gut is damaged, right?
Wait. Didn't you just say your leaky gut was going to let in the bad stuff to the rest of your body? Why would that not be exactly the same process for the good stuff? Folks, I'm starting to think this guy might be talking out of his leaky gut.
And we damage our guts all the time. We eat all this really, really brutal stuff. We mix foods together that aren't supposed to be together.
Oh, come on. The basis of cooking is to mix interesting flavours together. Now you're telling me I can't have my bacon-wrapped cow sandwiches dipped in chocolate and sprinkled with pretzels anymore? Thought you were adventurous with all that butt stuff you like doing.
We put so much bad stuff in our gut. It's brutal.
We know you do. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just, maybe don't show this video to your mum. Poor thing will probably have a stroke.
I used to have serious issues with the gut, man. I would eat food that was like not even bad, and I would just blow up. It looked like I was having a baby. Like I've always had a little gut, right? And I had leaky gut, and my gut was pissed off, and I was putting all these foods in there at once.
I couldn't eat another thing. I'm absolutely stuffed. Bugger horse. Just one. Just one.
But I would just blow up huge, and I was like, what is going on here? So I did a bunch of stuff to help. I'm still in the process of healing, but learning about food combining was huge. There's a guy called Lauren Lockman on YouTube. He's really great, and it's really quite simple. You can get some charts, and you can I have them on my desktop, so I can look at them anytime. Certain foods don't mix with certain foods, guys.
This man is just trying to piss off every half-decent chef in the galaxy.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Like fruit ferments in the stomach if you put it with anything else. You got to have fruit on its own. Then like 20 minutes later, you can have something else. But people will make like a bowl of like everything on it, like yogurt and then fruit and then honey and then all this.
Yogurt, fruit, and honey. Mad lads. That's unbelievable, bruv. Next, they'll be putting cereal with milk or butter on toast. Shit is about to get crazy up in here.
Crap thrown out. It's like you're putting all these groups together, so your body's making all these different acids, but different acids break down different foods, right? It's not all the same. It's not like one acid.
Citation needed. As far as I'm aware, stomach acid is hydrochloric acid and is never not mostly made up of that specific acid. It doesn't randomly change to like nitric or sulfuric acid. Now, it will change strengths depending on exactly what you're doing, whether or not there's something wrong with you, etc., etc., etc. But you're saying different acids, and that's just wrong.
There's a lot going on in the stomach. Our bodies are quite smart.
Yes, they are. Stop fucking with it, you stupid bastard, before you kill yourself.
So it's confusing, and the stomach has to work super, super hard, and you're actually, when you expend all this energy processing food.
But you need food to make the energy. You need to eat the food. So, what? Are you about to say something incredibly woo-woo? You are, aren't you?
what do you think's happening? You're using up your prana, so you're going to age more. You're going to have more health problems. You're going to live. You're going to have less time on the planet.
Bloody prana. You New Age dipshits love to steal crap from Hinduism, don't you? But you always got to mix it up with a bunch of other nonsense that, while in my opinion, none of it really makes sense. At least if you stick to one thing, you could be somewhat consistent. But no, you got to pick and choose all the little bits that make you think you sound all deep and meaningful. Doesn't work. You just sound exactly like this guy.
I love energy. I love chi. I love prana. I love life force. I love auras. I love chakras. It's all vibration.
And he's taking more liters of piss than you stick up your ass.
Because you're eating lots and the wrong foods and the wrong foods together. So it's a real shit show, guys.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Are you describing this video?
So food combining, super important if you're going on any healing process. You got to be aware of these principles at least. Okay, and then I took a lot of prebiotics and probiotics. Now,
wow, they actually sound super useful. What? Get out of here, science! No one asked for your opinion.
Again, I'm not an expert on those, and I don't want to talk for hours on those. It's a whole thing, but look up what probiotics are and what they do, and look up prebiotics too. You know, this stuff is really important.
It's roughage. Prebiotics are just roughage with a fancy sounding name. I'm just happy you have made one factual statement in this video. No, you're not an expert on this or any other subject, quite clearly.
And taking certain supplements as well as slippery elm bark tea, which in the mornings for quite some time, which it creates this mucus and it kind of fills up the holes in your gut and it helps repair the gut.
I have been wondering this the whole time. Have you been to, say, a licensed medical practitioner, like a doctor or something? Because leaky gut sounds pretty serious. I don't think any amount of magic tea is going to help if you aren't actually seeking professional medical attention. Just a thought.
You know, I was able to do a lot of progress on my gut. So now I don't, I'm not mixing the foods, but I really feel better. Like when I eat now, I don't get this huge bloating and, you know, things are okay. I do if I eat naughty stuff. You know, I had Mexican the other day, and I could have been a good boy, right? I could have been a good boy and just had some of the nice beef and vegetables in the corn tortilla on its own. That was fine.
Yep, tasty food is bad for you. It's one of the greatest cosmic jokes, really. But c'est la vie. However, what are you doing going out for Mexican food if you think it is so very bad? Like, learn to avoid temptation if it's such a big problem for you. I mean, did you go out with the intention of having really boring food that you could have just had at home? Why even go? You know why you went. You wanted that sweet salsa-coated goodness. Just own it, man. You make it sound like that meal happened to you.
But did I have to put tons of hot sauce, guys? Did I go for the cheese quesadillas? Yes, I did. And that was a mistake. And because I'm sensitive now, I was suffering for 2 days. I was shitting, was diarrhea, my stomach hurt. It was brutal, guys.
They're real brutal. It's a real brutal play.
You know, and the cleaner you get, the more sensitive you get.
And there it is. Dude, if this was making you healthier, the cleaner you got, the more able to deal with this kind of stuff your body would be. But for some mysterious reason, you are now more sensitive. No, mate. You're more than likely making yourself ill, reducing your lifespan, generally fucking yourself up by deciding that instead of talking to pros, you will get your advice from other cretins on the internet and maybe a local fake guru or two. Pro tip: if you want to get healthy, exercise and eating plenty of veg with a balanced diet. Not starving yourself, flooding yourself with saline at both ends, and then randomly eating tons of terrible food and being fucking astounded when you feel like shit. Moron.